Tyler here from Small Craft Outfitters and Small Craft Fisherman blog. You guys haven't heard from me for a while. Had a rough fall. We're back. We're gearing up for spring. We wanted to give you guys, I know there's a lot of questions on what's up with Feelfree Overdrive. The first set of units shipped this month in December. So the first unit shipped here in December. There's a bigger shipment coming in February, we're told. I was fortunate enough to get my hands on one of the first run units as a Feelfree fishing team member. I picked it up through Feelfree. It just came today. I have not opened it. I have not seen the Overdrive in person, pre-production or production, so I wanted the surprise to be the same for both of us, so you guys can get my first impressions on it. I know a lot of my customers bought lures this year expecting this to come out, and they're wanting to know more. So first impression, came in 2 boxes. This unit here shipped wrapped in shrink wrap to protect it. This is the case that the unit itself is in. It's zip tied shut here, so I have not seen the unit. And then a small box came with it. I'm going to put this on my probably one of my 11.5 lures for a sports show we're doing in Madison down in February. The smaller lure will fit in the booth better that we have. So I bought the hand control to adapt the currently installed rudder system on my 11.5 to the Overdrive hand control. Right now you can buy this with just a unit. You can add the hand control with rudder, foot control rudder. There's several different configurations. The motor for it, we're told, is shipping in February as well. I have not gotten my hands on one of those. There will be pre-installed units on lures. Those will be shipping to dealers in February. Gives you kind of a package discount pricing if you're interested in that. So without further ado, we'll get this thing opened up. As far as specs go, initially this case, very heavy duty. I actually have my bow hunting case down here and it's smaller than that, if you're familiar with those. It is much thicker though and much heavier duty. Shipping weight on this is 35 pounds, so it's a very sturdy unit so far. So I will cut the zip tie. Go. Alright, so the box itself has these rubber latches. Very sturdy, uses similar hardware that you see on the kayaks themselves. So it's very familiar. Flip it here. There's a friendly reminder here to which way is up. We'll unlatch and open it up. Alright, so when you get it opened up here, it's all packaged in here very securely. Got the pedals. There's packaging around the unit itself. The first thing I notice is this is very, very sturdy. This is metal. It's not plastic. There's rubber here. Is a grommet. So that part will go in the sonar pod and flip down, and that rubber is just a grommet to protect the metal. But it is extremely heavy duty. The pedals themselves, very thick here. Looks like they'll work well with water shoes, barefoot, what have you. The cranks are very thick here too. And I'm a mountain biker. I know a question that everyone's going to have is, can I put my own pedals on? It appears so. The pedals are labeled by side. So here's left, and this looks like a standard pedal wrench for anyone familiar with biking. So take that pedal off, slap it on. I currently don't have any pedals that I would put on it, but I may do a video on that later. Then up top here, we've got some of the hardware. We're putting it together. Alright, so we have some hardware components here. I'll just get everything out so you guys can see what all's in the box. It certainly did not mess around with packaging. Everything's in here very securely. Looks like some adhesive and some brackets. Then we've got the pedals, of course. Alright, so we've got our pedals here. Showed you the left one, right one, same deal. Right crank, so that tells me I can replace the pedals. It's with standard bike pedals, which I know is a big plus for some people. Everything's packaged very well here. Feelfree did an excellent job of doing that from the factory. Nothing moves. Everything is tight. There's tie down points for zip ties. Everything's protected. So I'd expect these to ship unscathed, given the effort they put into secure packaging. So I'll get this open. I'll pop the ties on the drive unit itself. I probably should have used a more appropriate tool, but this will do. Okay, and then we've got a tie down up here by the head. Excellent. Okay, so now that we have that done, the unit's now free. Picking it up. Again, all metal, very heavy duty. Rubber grommet here. Even these plastic pulleys, the knobs to pull out these latches, very heavy duty. Very impressed. So I've got the head off here. See if I can get you a good view of it. So here's the head. This probably looks familiar if you've seen the videos. There is some oil on here that they use to lubricate it at the factory. So that's good. Get it nice and loosened up. Then here in the head, for those of you that have seen this before, the prototypes at least, or seen them online, this is where the motor is going to go in this unit here, this slot. And people were asking, you know, what are we going to do with that slot if we don't have the motor? They have a rubber grommet here that goes over the top of the plastic filler, the blank filler. So you've got some storage in there. Looks like you could get, you know, keys, maybe a small wallet, some money, some safety equipment in there. So that's good. They made that usable space. So you can slide it out by pushing on these two buttons here. Just squeeze it past the latches and slide it out, just like you would the motor. So it's about, so the container is about 7 inches long, about 4 inches wide. It's nice and sturdy, rotomold looks like. So in the unit itself you can see the gearing here. So you can see a lot of grease in there, which is good. Looks like that's where the motor engages when you put that in, if you put it in. Again, this is all metal, very heavy duty. Alright, now we're going to take off the bottom, expose the propeller, lower components, see what we got. Alright, so here's the lower part of the unit. So this is the part that actually goes in the pod on the lure series, and eventually the Dorado. The propeller itself, very thick, very sturdy blades here, nice big skeg. Again, all thick metal. Right here the propeller and housing is plastic, but is very sturdy. It's got just a little bit of flex, so it would take a good hit, but super thick. I can see these holding up very well. Also, there's a lot of oil down here in the unit, so it tells me they lubricated it properly at the factory, which is good. Alright, so I've got everything laid out here that the unit came with. It comes with an instruction booklet on how to install all this stuff. This is the adjustable seat bracket. It's the same metal that you find on the gravity seat. It is bare metal. I actually am glad that it's bare metal because the paint often peels with all the sand and stuff going under the seat. So the bare metal will stay cleaner. That comes with the unit. I ordered the hand control for the rudder as an add-on. So what you get with the Overdrive is you get the unit itself, the hardware, obviously the crank arms, the pedals, and the adjustable seat adapter to make your gravity seat adjustable. What doesn't come with, and you have to specify an add-on, is your rudder setup. Some people may have a lure already that they want to retrofit this to, which is what I'm doing. That lure that I'm going to use already has a rudder with foot controls, so I want to adapt that to hand controls. What that'll do is just, obviously as you're pedaling, you can steer with your hands, so you don't have to flip your feet back and forth between the pedals and the steering pedals. So I ordered the hand control unit itself, which I'm going to open up here in a second. Some people may prefer other configurations, and then obviously in February when it's available with the packaged lures, you know, the seat adjuster would already be installed, the Overdrive unit, and then whichever the rudder control as specified. So, all right, we'll open this hand control. All right, get you a closer view here. Again, this packaged very nicely. Ziploc bag. All right. Okay, so here we have the hand control. The unit itself is plastic, but it seems very heavy duty, especially for a hand control. The handle itself, the top and bottom are plastic, the bar is metal, and the part that attaches to the kayak itself is plastic, but again, very heavy duty. We also have all the hardware we're going to need to mount this, as well as the Allen wrenches we'll need to assemble it, and then the bungee attachment for the rudder control. Alright, as far as the installation of the seat adjuster and the rudder control, I plan on doing an install video here eventually. Unfortunately in Wisconsin right now it's well below zero. So not ideal conditions for installing anything in plastic or metal. So once it warms up a bit, I'll do a video on installation of this. That said, I am going to put the unit itself together so that the pedals are attached, and hopefully I can kind of set it up to show you as far as noise, how noisy it is, how easy it is to pack up and go. Alright, so the instructions, I just browsed through them. Comes with instructions for all three parts of the unit itself to get that together and then installed into a kayak, one of the Lure series kayaks. And then it also comes with an instruction sheet for how to install the seat adjuster, so that you can make your gravity seat adjustable. And then it also comes with a set of instructions for the hand control for the rudder. So rudder install itself, I would assume, is pretty similar, minus the foot controls. So again, I'll do the video on that once weather allows, and get that installed in my existing kayak so you guys can see how that works. So what I do want to do now is get the pedals on the unit itself, see if I can set it up somehow to pedal it so you guys can hear what it sounds like. I know that's been a hot topic, is how loud is it, and I'm not sure yet myself. So we'll go ahead and install this. The hardware for the pedals is already installed on the what I would call the bottom bracket on a bike, but the spindle that the pedals attach to. So it's just a Allen bolt. It does come with the wrench that you need for it, with the thumb grooves on it too. Alright. There are some washers that you need to go with this bolt. They are taped to the unit from the factory, so you don't lose them. That's good. I'm just going to bust through the plastic with the bolt. Alright, slid on pretty easy. Put the bolt in. Tighten that down. Not going to worry about getting it too tight right now. I want to read the instructions more on that. Plus I'm going to pack it back up in the case. So one thing I was worried about with the box and the pedals being separate in the case is, you know, packing this thing up. If you're traveling long distance, or you're putting it in a trailer or car topping or what have you, and you want to take it out, I was hopeful that it was, you know, I was worried that it would be difficult to get the pedals off, get it packed up. It would be a nightmare. But it's actually really easy. It's just this one Allen bolt, has thumb grooves on it, so once you get it loose enough, you just pop it out. The two crank arms, lay them in here, put the unit in, and you're done. So that was well thought out there, because you don't want it to be quick release, because then they'll get sloppy after a long pedaling and what have you. So it's secure yet easy to remove. Alright, I have both pedals on. I'm going to see if I can set this up so we can actually hear it in action. Alright, so I got to set it up on the edge of the table here best I can to simulate being installed. The unit is in the up position, so this would be flush with the top of your sonar pod hole, and at this point your blades would be out of the water in the hole. So I'm going to flip it down, and these tabs looks like they need to be engaged, which would be easier to do if it was installed properly instead of me hanging on to it, but that's alright. Alright, so it does make some noise, as you can probably hear. It is quite quieter than the prototypes I heard at other shows, on video anyways. It does make some noise, and on the video this room is very echoey. It's going to sound louder, plus this card table is reverberating the vibrations, so not ideal for a sound test, but I'll do another one once I get it, do my install video. But noise wise, based on what I hear when I pick it off the table, I mean, that's installed in the water. I see that being the, no louder than a electric trolling motor. So I'm impressed what they did with the noise. All right, I'm gonna try to fold this up. Bear with me, it's not installed and I haven't done this before. So we pull these two pins out to release it. Up we go. We push this button. Okay, so you push this button here, and then you just turn the pedals a little bit. What happens is it stops the blade at the up and down position. Excellent idea, so it doesn't get stuck in the bottom of your kayak on the sonar pod. Then you flip it up, and here we're in tilted up position. Well, thank you everybody for watching, appreciate it. I'm going to be doing some more videos. Again, it's below zero here in Wisconsin. Once it warms up a little bit where I can feel my fingers so I can install this, I plan on doing an install video. I know Feelfree's putting one out as well, so look out for that. And then I'm going to do an on-the-water review yet this winter. I'm doing some scouting. It's been so cold that even open water on rivers is frozen over. So I'm making some safety arrangements, scouting some water, and then I'm going to get this out for you guys, test it out. For anyone that's going to be at the Wisconsin Fishing Expo in February in Madison, Wisconsin, look us up. We'll be in the kayak corridor. I will have this unit installed in my Lure 11.5, so you guys can check it out firsthand. I'll have it up on stand so you can give it a pedal and see how it is. If you have any questions, shoot us an email, shoot me an email. Our website is smallcraftoutfitters.com. We are located in western Wisconsin, so if you're in the Minneapolis area, western Wisconsin, and you want one of these units, look us up. We will be taking pre-orders in the near future because they will start shipping in February. As far as us getting in the lure packages with these pre-installed, we have to look into that. We typically just do custom orders at this point. That way you can get the color, size, everything that you want. So if you're interested in that, we are going to start a promotion here soon for the spring and try to get a big load of kayaks coming up from North Carolina from Feelfree in the spring. So we're going to offer some incentives for ordering early, getting on that big shipment. So it'll be a great deal. Check out our Facebook page, smallcraftoutfitters.com, and my blog, Small Craft Fisherman, for more details on the Overdrive, or if you have any questions. Thank you.